Greetings everyone, this is Jed Schlackman. I'm a holistic therapist in Miami, Florida. In this short video discussion I would like to cover the topic of mind-body health and our genetics. In conventional medicine, there's been a lot of attention focused upon the topic of genetics and how genes can affect our health, how it can lead to illness. From a holistic perspective, it's helpful to look at what actually influences the creation and expression of genetic patterns. In addition to classical genetics, which is what many people learn in their high school and college biology classes, there's also things such as epigenetics, which looks at how our reaction to our environment and its influences can affect our genetic patterns. There's nutrigenomics, which examines how the food, the diet that we consume, and other types of environmental or lifestyle factors can shape what is expressed in our genes. We also have wave genetics, which has to do with how different types of energy fields seem to influence genetic expression. So there's a variety of these types of influences. There's a lot of information being accumulated now showing how our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings, and our emotions are influencing our genetic expression. The actual DNA chromosomes, the chemical level, is affected by our psychological state. Our consciousness is what shapes and influences energy fields, and the energy fields, those vibrational patterns, are what determine the form that is exhibited on the physical and chemical level. So we are actually reprogramming our genes, our DNA, all the time. Usually it's only happening on a very slow, subtle level, but sometimes there can be rapid shifts. In the case of people who have multiple personalities, there are many examples of how different personalities will have different physical illnesses or different allergies, different patterns in their physical expression. So the consciousness is influencing and governing what plays out physically, how the genes are expressing themselves. For those that explore parapsychology, looking at how our soul goes through a process of experiencing many lifetimes, we might observe how there are physical patterns and characteristics which appear to be a result of memories from experiences of other lifetimes. There are many cases where people have some type of birth defect or birthmark which correlates very well with their memories of something that happened to them in their other lifetime. It could be someone who had a heart attack in their past life or was stabbed in their heart, and now in this life they're born with a heart defect. It could be someone who was wounded in a particular area or burned in a particular area in their past life, and they have a corresponding birthmark. There are also different types of physical characteristics or facial patterns which appear to be carried from one lifetime into another. So this shows that our consciousness is having a big influence upon what programming is being carried out here on a physical level. Therefore, we have a lot of power using our own consciousness to influence what genetic patterns are expressed. And we can't assume that because our parents or grandparents or other people in our family ancestry had a particular health condition that we have to have the same issue. We can break free of that type of pattern or programming, since it's not really set in stone. There's research in the current era showing that when we have some type of trauma or exposure to an environmental hazard, a toxin, that can affect not only our present life genetic expression, but also the patterns that will appear in future generations, in our children, our grandchildren, and so on. Of course, that's not a deterministic pattern, so they have the opportunity to heal whatever those issues might be. In holistic and alternative medicine, there are many methods that are used to help heal these types of patterns and issues so that the supposedly genetic illnesses are no longer expressed. We can tune into a healthy pattern now and no longer need to carry those types of genetic patterns. This is where energy medicine is important, where mind-body medicine and information medicine can be very valuable. We can heal patterns that exist at the soul level. If we have any traumas, any wounds we carry from our past in this lifetime or from other lifetimes, we can also heal things at the family ancestry level. This is where family constellation therapy, the work of Bert Hellinger, where shamanic healing can be valuable. So we can go into that ancestral line and help restore balance and harmony to the family pattern. We can release any types of dysfunctional or negative programming that we carry, any self-destructive or self-limiting beliefs. If we can bring our consciousness into harmony with the consciousness of the Creator, with an archetypal pattern of balance and harmony, of love, joy, peace, and well-being, then we can clear out some of those dysfunctions and distortions that have been present, whether it's in our ancestral lineage or our soul cycle. For those of you that would like to learn more about this topic, there's a lot of research you can find online and in books. One of the more interesting books you can read about this is The Source Field Investigations, a book by David Wilcock. David Wilcock is a very interesting person who is believed by many to be in some way incarnationally connected to Edgar Cayce. Edgar Cayce being the famous early 20th century psychic or medium who was giving readings to people, giving very detailed and accurate information about their lives and their medical conditions. And Wilcock has a very close physical resemblance to Edgar Cayce, and many interesting parallels between his life and Cayce's life. You can read about that in a book called The Reincarnation of Edgar Cayce. Wilcock has combined his exploration of metaphysics and spirituality with his own intuitive abilities and with a lot of information he has accumulated from other people who are connected to the esoteric knowledge arena. Other information about genetics and our health and how we have the power to change those types of patterns can be found in books like The Biology of Belief from Bruce Lipton, The Genie in Your Genes by Dawson Church, and others who write about these types of forward-thinking topics. So if anyone has been told by their doctor or others that their family history suggests they're likely to have a certain type of illness or condition, it's important to know that you have the power to not have those problems expressed in your life. You can work to create a healthy, nurturing environment for yourself, both social and emotional as well as physical, in terms of your diet, supplements, and lifestyle. And of course, you have the power to tap into other levels of consciousness, your own subconscious mind, as well as the soul level, any memories from other lifetimes, as well as memories and patterns from your ancestors. And if there are any issues on that level that need to be released or resolved, you can facilitate that process. I wish to acknowledge and honor each of you for taking the time to explore these topics, seeking to promote healing for yourselves and others, to promote balance and wholeness in your own life as well as in the world around you. For those who would like to examine this topic, you can visit the Healing DNA section on my website. That website is www.phinsights.com. That's PHINSIGHTS.com. Namaste.